The Chicago Bears appear to be a team in disarray. It seems like people are going at one another. The coaches don't have control of the team. We've lost every semblance of unity and harmony that we've had on this team in the last several days. I'm going to break this down for you. There are a couple of important, very important pieces of information. So if you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. If you like me, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. And if you don't like me and you think that I'm just some crazy idiot, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can hit the dislike button every day. And then you can talk mad shit about me in the comment section down below. Let's kick it off because this is really kind of big and disturbing, if you will. Let's go. All right, first of all, DJ Moore says the quiet part out loud regarding chemistry with Caleb Williams. Now, DJ's comments. At the center of the latest controversy involving Moore was him seemingly taking himself out of play, and he explained to reporters on Wednesday that he rolled his ankle and he didn't think it served its purpose to act as a decoy while Caleb Williams was looking to make a play. Looking beyond his sideline demeanor, it's safe to say there hasn't been a strong connection between the veteran wide receiver and rookie quarterback. Many have taken Moore's struggle to find connection with Williams that he is still upset that the team decided to move on from Justin Fields at quarterback. In talking about this, he did invoke Fields' name. He says, I couldn't tell you. I mean, just reps. You can say Justin had more reps when I got here than me and Caleb have. Just him being a rookie quarterback, and Justin wasn't a rookie quarterback last year. So the struggles, what he's basically indicating is what I told you guys a long time ago. If Justin Fields were still here running the team for this portion of the year, the team would be vastly superior in execution to everything that we've seen so far, just because Caleb Williams is a rookie. Does that mean Justin Fields is better than Caleb Williams? Not necessarily. It really does not. It just means that because you're a 4-year player, you're probably better than a rookie coming in cold and just learning the NFL and the speed. Justin Fields, already familiar with it, probably would have been a better scenario and situation for DJ Moore, for everybody else involved early on. Caleb Williams would have been able to sit for just a little bit of time, and then, later this year or into next year, you get rid of Justin Fields when you have to come in for that 5th-year option. You let him go, and then you bring in Caleb Williams to kind of take over. It would have been probably a better scenario, and we would probably be looking at a 6-2 team, or I'm sorry, a 6-1 team, or 6-2 team instead of 4-4. Probably a little bit better if Justin Fields, but I don't know. It's wild speculation of me to begin with, but I think that Justin Fields had a real hand on this, on these players, and that probably would have helped just a little bit, made a few extra plays that Caleb Williams so far has not made. So, but again, doesn't mean Justin Fields is better, just means that, would have been a few better plays. Now, defaulting to Williams being a rookie is a lazy excuse for Moore. The Bears are in the back half of the 2024 schedule. Now, this is somebody's opinion of that, and you know what? There is some validity to it. So, basically what we've got right now is we got a little bit of a problem between between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore in getting on the same page and getting connected. Caleb is looking down the field. He's looking to make big plays. He's being set up for failure right now by the play calling. You can see, by the way, that Caleb Williams is not reading correctly, and he's not just taking his checkdowns. And that's what we're going to need to see going forward, is Caleb Williams just getting the ball. Look, 0 targets of Cole Kmet in a game and 1 over the last 2 games. Cole Kmet, the most reliable tight end in all of football, not named George Kittle. A little bit crazy that he's not way more involved in this process. Check down, check down, check down, check down. When you don't have an opening, just let your players make plays. And Caleb Williams right now, for whatever reason, not doing that. But I have to think that that's the coaching putting him in a position for failure. That's my opinion. Now, let's talk about coaching, because coaching just came up, and man, oh man, oh man. Jesus Christ, this is... Take a deep breath, guys, because here we go. All right, so Chicago Bears reportedly made final decision on struggling coach. All right. Head coach Matt Eberflus and his coaching staff were heavily criticized by the media and even some of the team captains in the week after the Commanders win. In Week 9, they got blown out by the Cardinals. Many fans in Chicago would like Eberflus fired. However, the NFL Network's Adam Rank reported on Thursday that General Manager Ryan Poles plans to retain Eberflus for the 2025 season, as the coach's contract signed in the 2022 offseason is believed to run through 2026. So if you don't like Matt Eberflus, get ready, because you're not going to like him for a lot longer than this. It looks like... and this is a direct quote from Adam Rank. I will say, and then the second part of that is that there's a possibility that Matt Eberflus has a 5-year contract and that he might be more locked in. Because I talked, and I might have alluded to this a moment ago, I talked to some people within NFL circles, people who are close to Ryan Poles. And they indicated to me that regardless of what happens at all, Matt Eberflus is coming back regardless. That they're not going to be in a situation where they put him in the same spot that they put Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky and Rex Grossman and everybody else. They're not going to do that. And by the way, I do want to say that on the surface, I like the idea that you want to hold on to your coach for the purpose of continuity. That really sounds great. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see a coach learn from his players, and players learn from the coach. And then you want to see them make smart decisions on who they have in their offices. Eric Washington seems to be a pretty smart decision. Thomas Brown, Shane Waldron, they don't look like great decisions right now. Could they look like great decisions very shortly? Are we figuring out this offense, and are we getting better? There were flashes. We had a 3-game win streak where it started to feel really good, but overall we've regressed since the bye week, to the point that we scored 12 points a game for the last 2 games, 24 total points over 2 games, which is that's just absolutely insane. We haven't seen performance like this since, it's the Chicago Bears. We always see performance like this. Who am I kidding? This is bad. This is bad, and it's going to continue to stay bad unless the players step up. And I want to go back to a quote that Caleb Williams made a while back, in which he said that, on bad teams, the coaches lead. On good teams, the players and the coaches lead, and on great team, the players lead. Well, the players here do not lead. The players are in disarray. That comes down to some of the coaching, and it comes down to some of the effort, and also some of the roster decisions for people that are on the team. So we'll see whether or not they overcome these obstacles and become what we all think or thought they would be, which is a much better unit, regardless of victories, wins and losses. We want to see these people come together and form a team and have a bond. And right now, when you're attacking one another, you're not united, you're not a team. So the best we can hope for at this point is that we find some answers against the Patriots this week and build from there. Now, in closing, the Chicago Bears have signed Amir Speed and Darrington Evans. As you guys know, these guys were on the practice squad. So earlier today, the Bears signed cornerback Amir Speed to the active roster from the practice squad, and Darrington Evans to the practice squad, from the practice squad to the active as well. Now, Speed is going to take the roster spot of Khalil Herbert, and then Darrington, most likely Andrew Billings. He's going to take the slot for Andrew Billings, since we're not bringing up somebody, but there should be. We're also going to bring Ryan Bates back in, so somehow or another there's going to be a swap here. He's yet to go on injured reserve, but the ready-made roster swap would be offensive lineman Ryan Bates, who was a full participant today in his 21-day practice window. So that's going to be, fine. Eberflus also said that Jaquan Brisker is unlikely to play because he's still in concussion protocol. Now, in looking what we have to work with right now, I want you to get a little bit excited right now, because we're actually going to see a few things that we haven't seen, and that starts off with Montez Sweat on the defensive line. He was limited in practice on Wednesday. Could be that we've got him back. He's ready to go. Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Bates, these guys are full and ready to go. Does the offensive line get a little more aggressive with Brian Bates? That's going to be the question. Now, looking down here, Karan Magaji did not play. Andrew Billings did not play. Jaquan Brisker, Braxton Jones, Jalen Darnell Wright. Injuries are starting to pile up. And by the way, I do want to stress here, this is the same coaching staff that the Bears players were complaining that they're being worked a little bit too hard in practice. Well, guess what? Offensive tackle Karan, out. Defensive line starter Andrew Billings, out. Jaquan Brisker, still in concussion protocol. Offensive lineman on the, again, this is your tackles, okay? Your tackles. Karan Magaji, out. Braxton Jones, out. Darnell Wright, out. Jalen Jones and Jaquan Brisker, out. Kyler Gordon, limited in practice. Guys, look, all teams get banged up. That's star names for the Chicago Bears. That is a lot. That is a lot of capital right there sitting on the sidelines. Nate Davis still a healthy scratch. I mean, what are we doing there? So there's a lot to unpack of what's going on with the Bears, and you should be a little bit alarmed at this point that we're at this level. Are we working them too hard in practice? That is a fair question, because the product on the field looks like shit. So are we practicing them too hard? Are we not preparing them for success? I mean, that's coaching. Coaching 101. Prepare your team for success. Act as if you're going to win this game and make sure that you're prepared for all contingencies, right? It just seems so simple. It seems so simple. And the Bears, the Chicago Bears, the Matt Eberflus-led Chicago Bears, for some reason, continue to complicate what seems to be a simple process. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Look, I think that the Bears are going to beat the Patriots. This is a rallying cry right now. The Bears have two options. Number one, give up. And if they give up, then things will change. If they start losing and losing and losing, and this team, which is on paper vastly superior to last year's team, if they continue to lose, then everything I just said about Matt Eberflus goes out the window, and they're going to have to make a change. They would have no option at that point. Now, in the events the Bears go on a winning streak and we start to see a little bit of life out of this team, then Matt Eberflus, who has at this point, in my opinion, lost this team, will regain this team. And if you're in the trenches and you're fighting together, these are your brothers. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see a little bit of that, as Philadelphia calls it, brotherly love, start to pop up over the next couple of games. But it looks like otherwise we're going to be in for a long and very annoying season. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like this type of content, let me know. If you don't like this type of content, let me know. And thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to bear down, and let's beat the Patriots.